Welcome to Understanding Tech. My name is Chris. Stick around and we're going to talk about NFC technology, what it is, what it means, and how it applies to your daily life. NFC, or Near Field Communication, is a technology that allows devices to communicate wirelessly over short distances. One of the most common uses of this NFC technology is in payment systems. So when you tap your phone or card with a chip to a payment terminal and it transfers the information between the terminal and the chip, that is an example of NFC technology at work. This technology can be used for more than payments. It can be used to open doors, exchange contact information between phones, for example, as well as even starting your car. So the key to NFC technology is that it only works over short distances. Up to maybe 4 inches at most is about the max distance for this. So this is different than Bluetooth or Wi-Fi technologies that can go over much broader distances based on the broadcasting of the signal. The NFC only works within these very minimal distances. This means that you have to be much closer in order to hack NFC, meaning you need to be within 4 inches or tapped against it in order to do something. This technology is becoming more and more popular, and you're going to see it more and more in your daily life. It's good to know what it is, how it works, and what it means to take maybe minor precautions for protecting your own personal information against hackers of these technologies. One device I've been using and playing with in order to learn more about security, internet security, just IT security in general, and that is the Flipper Zero. So I have the Roguemaster firmware installed on the Flipper Zero, and I am going to demonstrate how to copy card information. So I made sure that beforehand to cover up my personal information on these cards. This is totally illegal if I were to hack someone else, but in pen testing, penetration testing, and testing my own equipment and stuff like that, it's totally fine, and I'm allowed to use my own stuff to learn from. So do not do this to anyone else. But with the Roguemaster firmware installed, I was able to use the NFC card reader to read my credit card. I have done it successfully. In the videos here, I'm not going to allow it to make a successful attempt, but I've actually gotten the card numbers. Not much more information than that off of the card yet, but I don't use updated software, so I'm using a dated version of Roguemaster, and you know that updated versions may be able to read the whole card. One thing after the pandemic that technology kind of pushed was that contactless payment systems, and really pushed them to the forefront and really drove them up. So Apple have been doing it for years, and they finally hit pay dirt with it and have seen their growth of use of it exponential over the past few years due to people wanting contactless payment methods. Like when you go to the grocery store, you can use your phone, watch, or even your card to just tap against the screen and it will make the payment. That's the NFC technology. People who have scanners like a Flipper Zero or something else, there are probably longer range scanners to read over cards. I don't know, I don't look into how to hack them, I'm just looking at how to protect. So having something that I can tap against it, as you can see, you tap the card against the flipper, you just place them together. As long as you place it over it properly, it'll pick it right up and read it. Right, then I can save that information in there for later, so I could bump up against someone who has the card in their back pocket, and if I hit it right, I can steal their information. If someone were to pass their card to me, say I was a server in a restaurant and I wanted to scan it, boom. You know, sure, most restaurants have cameras, people are going to get caught doing this shit, don't ever do it, but there's a bunch of ways people can steal your information. Basically, when you hand your card over, it's all up in the air, but when you have it on you, there's ways to protect against getting hit up in crowds and stuff like that. I got one of these cards that can protect your card against hacking. This card has to be within an inch of your card to do anything for it. But as you can see, whether I go directly against my card or against this card, as long as they're together, you can't scan any information off of it. It's very easy for people to steal your information, but it's also easy to protect it. So titanium wallets and other devices like cards, NFC blockers, so this basically has an NFC chip in it that gives its unknown information over to any reader that comes within an inch of it. So as long as your stuff, like say I stuff this in the wallet right up against your card, in your purse right up against your card, as long as it's right against your card, this can protect you while you're out in public. If you're worried about having it read, because this can happen. Understanding technology, taking the steps to protect yourself, that's the only way that we can combat bad actors. I'm Chris. This has been Understanding Tech, part of mushlovegaming.com. I hope you were able to learn something today, or learn a little bit more about how all this technology is working in the world around you. If you have questions, please put them down in the comments. Subscribe if you'd like to see more of this content, as I will be going through the different types of bad things Flipper Zero can do, and how I can protect against them. I even use it as a garage door opener because it has a infrared and RFID, and it has all these different things to open all these different locks, as long as you know how to use it. But you can also protect against it. So please like, subscribe, comment. I want to hear what people think about the technology. Please add more information in the comments for people. Feel free to ask your questions. Let's have an open discussion about the technology around us and how we can protect ourselves and our information and our privacy. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate you taking the time today, and let's continue to learn stuff about technology together.